Colleen, how are you this evening? There. So, I have heard through the grapevine that you have plantar fasciitis. There's some certain stretches, Colleen, that you can do to help alleviate that. I've had it and beat it, and it's have a resurgence a little bit, but only in my right heel, but stretches help. Jeffro, welcome. Good to see you, my guy. Your heads are right over there. They're in safekeeping. Yeah. Jeff, did you get your hands on that shifter? Just curious. Yeah, I got a new pair of Red Wing boots. I've worn the same pair style of boot for like a decade, and and I'm not surprised. Thanks for trying, Jeffro. Got a new pair of boots, and oh, yours has been fixed with your chiropractor, the ultrasound. Okay, that's what. Uh, Thirstus? Can you do the cha-cha slide? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry, Crow. I don't dance. Yeah, I dance very poorly. The cha-cha slide. What about the truffle shuffle? All right. I know exactly what you're talking about. Hi, Franklin. Welcome to my live stream. Cha-cha or we riot. I don't even know how to cha-cha. So apparently, riot. You have a challenge for me. I can only imagine what the challenge may be. Evo. What about the truffle shuffle? Mr. Toad from the cartoon. Okay. Macarena or we unsubscribe? Voila. Were you subscribed to begin with, though? That's the question. It's impossible. Bro knows the cha-cha slide. Well, thank you, Freddie. The engine, I still, Jeff, I still need to get the valve springs measured. I've been tied up working on our bathroom. I need to get the valve springs measured at the speed shop south of me. And once I get those numbers, I need you to do your magical engine math thing and see what shim we need, or if the shim that we have is or the shim that's already in it is going to be enough. So yeah, other than that, I should get cracking soon. After the bathroom is done, I am going to take the 413 and pull the lifters out of it. The whole top end's off the engine. I'm going to pull the lifters out of it and rotate it, and then I'm going to be taking the front sump pan off of it and pickup tube, and I have a freshly painted, you might even, it's the orange thing right there amongst all the junk in my garage. That is a rear sump truck oil pan with the dipstick in the side. So I'm going to be putting on the rear sump pickup tube and the pan. And I'm debating on whether or not I want to put a new oil pump on it. Engine, when I ran it, it had 60 pounds of oil pressure. So I think it's good, but still part of me wants to put a new oil pump in it. We'll see when we get there. But yeah, once I got to get a cam ordered. I've got to get a radiator, and do I have OnlyFans? You only wish I did, Carol. You only wish I did. Nope, I keep this all to myself. But once I got those necessary pieces, I should be able to actually have a running engine waiting to go into shop truck. And then it's time to build the transmission. Now I'm buying a transmission, Jeff, from 6% recycled. And I've decided that all I'm going to do is throw a shift kit in it. And this, I got a 2500 stall converter here. I think it's an old Bama converter. And I'm just going to ship it. When 6% dropped the transmission pan, it looked to be pretty good. And fluid nice and red. So whatever it is, it's going to be. If it moves the truck around the yard, great. And then meanwhile, I can build my lockup 727 for it. And that's going to be fun. Mohawk, how are you? I got some interesting folks in the live stream tonight, and I like it. Thank you. Well, thank you, Stormax. Ice wallow. Aha. Cheers. Hello, Damien. How are you tonight on this fine Monday evening? Remember, Damien, you may pay for your whole seat at the drag strip, but you'll only need the edge. We had a nasty thunderstorm with a whole boatload of rain, and come through, thunderstorms, knocked out power, all that fun stuff. But it was kind of interesting because me, Cope from Cope Racing Transmissions, and Jeffro, we all live kind of in a funny diagonal of each other. And the storm that started over by Jeff's place went over Cope's place and ended up at my place. So how crazy is that? Supper's about done. I already had supper. Had to eat up, got a live stream to have. So the plan is 6%'s having some issues right now, personal issues. And so for the time being, I'm going to be filling in for his Monday night slot until he is able to get back to doing regular live streams. And then we'll hand this all back off to 6%. So we're kind of like, remember when Johnny Carson would go on vacation and David Letterman or Jay Leno would step in? Well, I'm Jay Leno or I'm old Dave. I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go. But yeah, we're filling in. Lars, good to see you. Oh, everything, Scott himself is just fine. It's other things in his immediate family. What is going on, mofo? So today, a coworker has come to me a while back, and he says, "Hey, I've got a blue water pump for a small block Chrysler. Would you be interested in it?" And I don't have any small block Chrysler anymore. I sold my last one, and I'm like, okay, sure. What is it? He goes, "Oh, it's something my son had that he never put on his 90-something Ram." Oh, okay. Guys, it's a Proform aluminum electric water pump. Brand new. The box is all beat up. Where is it? Is it in here? I got to put up. But anyways, the box is pounded up. You can tell that it's been sitting on shelves here, there, everywhere. But brandy new, never used, Proform blue water pump, electric water pump for small block Chrysler. Nice. And then he goes, "I just threw this in the truck. I thought maybe you'd like it." And he pops it open, and it's a Sun timing light. It's called a Sun Power Timer. And it doesn't look like a gun. It's just got a big flashlight looking end on it that plugs in to the unit. The unit has a hook on the backside of it, so when it's sitting open, the hook sits out, and then you can hook that on like the hood latch or whatever, and then switch it on. And then it's neat, and it is like Sun stuff from the 60s is red, white, and blue, like that. And this is that drab green color. Not military green, but Sun's original color was a green color, and that's what this is. No markings on the box whatsoever. Now, no indication. It has 2 owner's manuals in it too. And he's like, I go, "Okay, so what do you want for this?" And he's like, "Make me an offer." So I looked up the water pump, and they're like $160 new. And I offered him $75 for the water pump. Feels worth it. Seems pretty strong to me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I can't go any further into my shop. This is like the magical edge of the signal. It's the whole building I'm in is all block, so signal doesn't like to go through block anyway. So yeah, I can't go any further in the shop. Like, we can go through the whole house, but can't go any further into the shop where all the cool stuff is. Yeah. Event Horizon is what you're saying. Yes. Yes. There's a event on. Yeah. So for the time being, I'm going to be I'll be running the Monday night thing. Teflon Don. Don, killer job on the aluminum slots and good old Cooper Cobras. Can you go wrong with the Cooper Cobra? No. The only thing that would be better is the old school BFG. But yeah, love me a set of Cooper Cobras and those aluminums. No thanks, Evo. A legend? Okay. I don't know about all that, but I'm okay in my own right. A legend? Okay. I'm just a dude who likes cars and fast bikes. Well, thanks, Greens. Oh, he wrestled the tires on? Nice. Used to do a lot of tires over to a friend of mine's unfinished project. Welcome. My friend had an old tire changer, the point, outside of the shop. And yeah, go over there and fight with tires all day. We had to put, it was February. We had to put some 8-ply truck tires on wheels, on some 8-lug wheels for a dump truck that we had. And those were all sorts of fun to put on. And we ended up leaving them on top of the wood stove till they were so hot we couldn't hardly handle them. And then, and only then, would they actually go on. Still with a fight, but at least they went on. Cold? Impossible. Junkyard D, welcome. Mr. Potato Head, is that what I'm seeing? Can't see the other icon, but yeah, guilty of the potato. What I really liked was after No Name Nationals, when everyone shows the videos of them finding potatoes. Only one person at No Name Nationals did not accept a potato from me. And I will not say who that individual is, but there was only one potato refusal out of the whole No Name Nationals. Otherwise, everyone got a potato, but one. Oh. The head, yes. My uncle worked at a place that when you went up to use the head, you had a little sign that you put out on your workbench. They were all tool makers, but you had a little sign that you had a stack of signs, and then one of the signs were little triangle things. It said in head. So he put his little flag out for going to the head. He'd go do his business and come back. Somebody else on the production floor would note when you left and when you came back and let boss man know that you went to the head for 13 minutes. And then the boss would come and talk to you and say, you were in head for, that should take no more than so long to, really? Sloughing off on company time. Wow, man, I had to pinch a loaf. Yes, in head. Oh boy. So what is interesting happening in everyone's world? On my end, it was just a Monday at work. Other than I got that sun tester and that water pump. X-Lax will fix that. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. Then you got to take the bench really close to the can. Where is it? I'm not going to grab it. Very cool, mofo. That car deserves a 413. But yeah, that slant 6 will do you just Marvy. I'm glad to see it out on the road. You've done a lot of work to it, mofo. Tim Windsor, welcome. Danster, are you like a super at a apartment complex? Because it's hot water heaters and coin op laundry and windows, and you got a mofo. Boy, got a nice little gathering. I put free machines in my place. Hey, I kind of was in that position at one time. My landlord was retired and he was out doing things for the Red Cross. And I called it This Guy's First Name Saves the World. Because it was always, oh, this happened, and we're jumping a plane and we're flying to, Anytown, USA to put up tents and, clean up efforts and this, that, and the other thing. And so I kind of took his place as building super. I mean, I was the guy who knew where all the keys were. I had access to everything. So you locked yourself out, come see me. I'll get you back into your place. No problem. If your toilet's running, I'll make sure it's staying in place, at least running in place. So on and so forth. So yeah, excuse me. I actually don't miss that. Renting. Owning my own place is totally where it's at. Yeah. Move stuff that you have. Sometimes it's cool when you get into those boxes where you're like, oh wow, I totally forgot I had this kind of thing. But most of the time it's like, man, I got junk, I got more junk, yeah, I could use it, but I gotta move it again. 6% is taking a hiatus. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. 6% on hiatus, and until he's able to come back to doing live streams on the regular, I'm sure he'll slip one in here and there when he can. But consistently, I'll try to pick up the slack, and maybe if Dutch wants to pick one up, or maybe we'll go do one together or whatever. But I talked to Hubert's Projects and see if he would jump in and do one. And I think between the Brotherhood and we can see us along on a regular Monday night slot and keep her going until 6%'s come back to take over the helm. Kind of like we're temporary captains of the ship. I see a trip to the landfill in my future. And I don't know about you, Junkyard, but it just puts me in a rotten mood when I have to go through my stuff. There was the huge purge of 19 and actually the end of 18 when we moved to here, and I just didn't want to move all my stuff, and I found it hard to throw the stuff away, that I actually took it upon myself to be like, you know what? Me and so-and-so have always been good, and they have expressed interest in this piece. You know what? They need it. Here you go. You want it. I got this for you. Perfect. I thought you would like my idea, Dutch. Yep, fat neck. Got sleep apnea from it too. Hi, Landon. How are you? Cousin Mike. Cousin Magic Mike. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. You're a lucky son of a buck in that department, Landon, or cousin Mike. Labia? Oh, 55 Dodge step side. Oh, 55. Does it have a wraparound back window in it, cousin Mike? 55. When did they do the wraparound? No, that should have corner windows if it's a 55. No, I don't. No little window. Still a cool truck. Is it a 55? Is the hood flip up like usual, or is it a butterfly hood? Could still be a butterfly hood. Normal hood. Okay. What do race car drivers wear underneath DOT approved fire suits? Nothing at all. They wear Fruit of the Loom. They wear Speedos. Yes, they do. Of course. Evo, I like the way you think. They wear Speedos. I'm already on it, Ma. I'm already on it. Southern Batman. How the heck are you? Zero. Good to see you. Just doesn't look right without the wrench, Zero. There. Now I got me some muscle on my side. Yous guys don't know my crew. No problem, Zero. Nice. It's been quite a while since I've seen Zero, so this is a treat. $55 Dodge, cousin Mike for free. You lucky son of a buck. Okay, the wrench in the bold blue means you're a moderator and you are able to slap the patties of people who are coloring outside of the lines. You can put them on timeout. Why? You want a blue wrench? You like tools, Blair? That's what we call him, Blair. No one, hardly anyone calls him by his first name, and I'm being real. Boom. Pow. Bam. So now Blair's going to be like Cartman. He's going to be like, I have authority. I have authority. Oh, no. We can't stand Cartman when he has authority. Respect my authority. I can't have a wrench. If the wrench will fit my cable angle grinder. Evo, I'm going to say catch up. It takes a thin wrench. Thanks, mofo. Catch up. Yup. And I know from Alaskan bush people. I have no idea who that person is, but no, never been to Alaska. Have friends in Alaska. Like to go check out Alaska someday. Alcan Highway sounds really cool. Don't know how I'd like living in a place where the sun doesn't set, though. It just kind of ellipses in the sky. Hey, Justin. Well, what's a vampire's favorite racing game? You got me. I can't wait to find out, though. Why does it? Hopefully, it doesn't look like Cornelius, Don Cornelius from Soul Train. Like, this is Don Cornelius. Wishing you peace, love, and soul. Need for bleed. Evo's funny. Cornelius brothers and sister Rose. Who wants the smoke? Would kind of be cool to have a smoke machine here in the Wolverine garage. A little dry ice. That'd be cool. All right. We're going to Mofo's house. Oh, already have the smoke. Isn't that Tony Stewart's nickname? It is. It is Smoke. Yeah. Tony Stewart's wife is hot and fast. Refilling my drink. Be right back. I'm back. Did you miss me? I know you did. Oh. It's a V8 killer. 4G62. Not familiar with that, Evo. With a name like Evo, are you a Mitsubishi guy? Are you big into Mitsubishi Evos? Those can be quite spicy when you turn the wick up on them, I hear. It's amazing what some people can do with four-cylinder engines. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I heard those can be very spicy. I'd like to go for a ride in one day. Someone close to me at one time had a WRX that was kind of spicy. And yes, it was blue. First question, he's like, I bought a Subaru WRX. And first question, I never even knew if he had the car until he said something. I go, is it blue? He just kind of burns me a look. But very impressed with how it handled, how it drove. Yeah, the power. Yeah. That's a big, the last Subaru that I rode in was my friend's Subaru Brat when I was in high school. So it's come a long way from that WRX. It came a long way from the Subaru Brat that I rode in high school. Boxer motors. The, Evo, right there. See the Boxer engine? I got a Boxer 6 on my Valkyrie. And I can balance a nickel on that thing when it's running. It's just smooth. Yeah, I like the Boxers. Lady Dougster has a 73 Super Beetle with a bug engine in it, Boxer engine. Connecting rods do this. That's why it's called the Boxer. Jay Leno taught me that one. Thank you. That bike was my dad's bike. He retired from riding. You have a CBR 1000? Well, that right there, Evo, is my 79 CBX project. And that's a 1050 inline 6 CBX. You can kind of say I have 6 on the brain. Ha, ha, ha. But that's one of my projects is 79 CBX. And I've got some really choice goodies for that. Yes, Honda for the win. Honda for the win. The Valkyrie, my dad bought used. Well, he retired from riding. I bought the bike from him. In the late 90s, he went to the local Honda dealer and just walked in the door. He isn't looking for anything. You know what I mean? He's just there. Whatever's there is whatever's there. And he sees that bike. And it's got like 6,800 miles on it. And a guy was there and he was talking to the salesman when my dad walked up. And the guy goes, I'll sleep on it. I'll see you tomorrow. And the salesman says, okay. My dad walks up, talks to him, and buys the bike. And they said, come back tomorrow and it'll be ready for you. So the next day, my dad comes in to pick up that bike. They're prepping it for him. And that guy walks in and says, yeah, I've slept on it and I'm going to buy that bike. And the salesman says, he's buying it. He already bought it. And the guy was throwing stuff in the dealership mad. But yeah, after Dad retired from riding, I bought the bike from him, and it's a 97 and it's got 44,000 miles on it. So yeah, they're good for like 250,000 miles before they need major service. So I plan to ride this bike forever. It's my daily driver in the summer. Like I go back and forth to work. I go goof off everything on my bike all summer long. And because that thing gets 35, 37, 40 miles to the gallon, and my truck gets 16, 17, 18. So yeah, plus it looks old. My truck's pretty cool, but that's a lot cooler. So yeah, I am a definite Honda man. So I've got the Valkyrie, I've got the 79 CBX that you can see, and then blocked by the CBX is my 72 CB750 that was my dad's bike also. My dad bought that bike when he was single, and he knew my mom, but he wasn't dating my mom. And and my parents will be married 48 years this June. And my dad owned that bike before he was dating my mom. Oh, Gold Wings. Gold Wings came up. CBX is a 6-cylinder too. Yeah, CBX is an inline 6. Yes. 1,050 cc's. Oh yeah. Yeah, the CBX was 1978's world's fastest production motorcycle. It banged off a 1/4 mile in, I don't remember the time, but it was fast enough to be the record. And it got picked off soon, but for 78, it was the world's fastest motorcycle. Oh, I think it was like 12 and change. I think it was like 12 and a half. Take care, Southern Batman. Good to see you. Sleep well. Take care. There are some things I'll never remember, and there are some things I'll never forget. And it's sporadic. I remember my mom. I have 2 younger sisters. One was born in 80 and one was born in 83. I remember both times my mom asking me if I wanted a brother or if I wanted a sister. And I asked for a brother twice, and I lost twice. So it's nuts, some of the things I can remember, like car deals and stuff, and what I paid for stuff and stuff like that. It's goofy what I can remember. Damn, cousin Mike. Dude, I don't know I don't know what to say, but other than hang in there, man. Is he on the mend? Is there a possibility you could climb out of this? I hope. Remember this, cousin Mike. God puts nothing in front of you that you can't handle. That's some heavy stuff, Mike. That is some heavy stuff. Bro. Well, I mean, hopefully he's not brain dead. Damn, Mike. That's rough. Good on you, Justin. Yeah, I'm with Justin on this one. Justin's made an appearance on my channel. He has a 76 Chevy Nova. And we're slowly working our way towards our goal, is to get the braking system done. And Justin's doing all the wrenching for the most part, and I'm proud of him. He's doing a bang up job. He gets frustrated, and it's funny because I've been there. Hey, you should check out. I painted up. I got a water pump. Advanced Auto Store. Couple Advanced Auto Stores closed, and I got a whole bunch of parts, dirt cheap. And I think I gave $7 or $9 for a water pump for Justin's small block Chevy, and I painted it. Check this out. Ooh. Ah. Ooh, hand model. Yeah. Brush painted with Rust-Oleum tractor paint. Rusty metal primer and just regular old tractor paint. I think it's Kubota orange paint. Yeah, it turned out Marvy. Of course, you got to keep it in the box because it's new. Fine jewelry. So I had to do the hand model thing. Yeah, it's gonna stick out like a sore thumb on the engine, Justin. Everyone's like, that's a new water pump. The only thing I regret is I've forgotten to I've forgotten to burn the cast with a torch to get like the um, impurities and the oils and everything out. So I forgot to do that. But after I already had it primed is when I went, oh, I forgot to burn it, the moisture out of it. Oh well. It's still going to look awesome when it's done. As long as the babes like it. That's right. It's a good looking car, y'all. She's got a little rust. I mean, what do you expect for a 76 Chevy Nova? Four door. Um, it's it's got a little rust in it, but I've seen worse for sure. Like the just the very lip of the rear fenders are gone, and she's not perfect, but she's still in decent shape. She's buildable for sure, and it's a nice cream color. And as a matter of fact, that's its color name is cream. And butter that thing up, and boy, she looks real good still. Justin and I are probably going to wind up painting. There was an engine fire at one time, and the passenger fender and the hood got scorched because of it. And so maybe, well, yes, Justin and I will one day paint the hood and the fender. Well, Evo, I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the furniture capital of the world. At one time, that was what Grand Rapids was known for, was the furniture city. Fine furniture. Names like Sly and Klingman's and Herman Miller. Still Herman Miller. New Jack City. Chicago. Spent a lot of time in Chicago in the 80s with my dad in his semi-truck. We would go all over Chicago to all the rail yards, all the industrial areas. I think Dad and I got to deliver once at McCormick Place, way down below street level. That was pretty cool. Used to go to the can fields and pick up pop, trailer loads of pop. And sometimes we would go to Farrapan Candy in Chicago and pick up trailer loads of candy. Alexander the Grapes, Lemonheads, Fireballs, all those gumdrop type candies. BNSF Rail Yard, yes. BNSF Rail Yard, the old Santa Fe Rail Yard before they built the new one in Joliet, where you went down to go to Santa Fe, you went through a Mexican neighborhood, and there was a bar across the street called the Crazy Bull, El Toro Loco, and had a big mural on the side of the bar, and it was a bull standing upright, and he's dressed to the nines, and he's got a sexy cow in an evening gown that he's dancing with. And yeah, that was going to the old Santa Fe yard. Illinois piggyback service, a lot of times we'd go to, and can't think of the other yard. Global rail yards? Yeah, probably Global Rail. Well, this is also the 80s. We went up and down Cicero Drive, going down the Skyway and the Loop and all that. Yeah. Made me really appreciate a good Chicago dog, though. Yeah. Love a good Chicago dog. Got a friend of mine who has a flatbed Conestoga, Class A driver, Nashville. Oh, you're in Coldwater. You weren't that far away. You're probably an hour, skosh over an hour away from me. south, if you're in Coldwater, doing the flatbed Conestoga. You haul steel on the Conestoga? Probably. You probably got 11 axles and you're good for 255,000 pounds. And that's including fuel. Yep. The old man is a 40 something odd year, 43 year retired truck driver. He's driven everywhere. Usually steel coils. I used to work at a steel company loading the Conestogas, and it always used to bug me once you learn what suicide is on a coil and what's, the regular way in suicide, and watching these guys chain down their steel coils and then learning that a chain's good for 10,000 pounds, really 9,500. So if I have a 45,000 pound master coil, how many chains do I use? And shotgun. Yeah. Shotgun. Yes. Shotgun and suicide. That's it. Thanks, Evo. Good night, Justin. Sleep well. Good night. Yep. I'd forgotten about shotgun. So yeah, you got these guys that are putting two chains on a 45,000 pound master coil and expect that to ride one chain. And it's like, you lazy guy. Oh, I don't want to hassle with all those chains. And then my favorite thing is I'd load these things and load them right. And you'll put 9 chains on the damn thing because you got to have it to hold that thing still. And then they're like, could you cool it on the chains? 1 second they gripe because I didn't chain it right or I didn't do it enough. And other times when I was like, okay, I'm going to do it better this time. Oh God, you're killing me, man. Never. Holland, so you get to go to all those prime steel houses, don't you? The nice places. Then you go to all of a sudden you'll go to all these nice steel houses, and then you go to this one grubby one that's a money-making fool, but it's an absolute trash pit. That's one of the places I worked at, was the money-making trash pit. The Nova is got an engine, got a transmission. It is the engine runs again. We made a run. We got to do a transmission service. If we could, we're finishing up the brakes on it right now, and after that, we should be able to yard drive it, which was going to make Justin very happy because he has yet to drive his Nova. So, it's ready to go. It's got a 383 in it. It's got headers. It's got an Edelbrock 750 on it. She's not slow. It's got, what's it got for gears? I think they're like 273s or something like that. And yeah, it's an all right car. It's got a decent interior. It was, Justin will be the third owner of the car. My mom and dad were friends with a lady named, yeah, it's got a stroker. Yeah, my dad had bought a stroker. The engine had barfed it was a 283. Somebody had put a 283 in it, and it was just on its last leg. And finally, the 283 gave up the ghost, and he turns to my Uncle Jimmy and says, hey, do you still have that engine that you pulled out of your son's Cutlass? He goes, yeah, it's sitting right here, and I've got the automatic with it too. Why, you want it for your Nova? Sure. And they proceeded to stuff it in the Nova. So yeah, it's got a stroker motor in it. It isn't the fastest thing. I bet it would be way better if we put like a set of 410s behind it. But with those highway flyers, it's not slow, but it's not fast. It's okay. Yeah, it's got a stroker. My nephew's first hot rod has got a stroker. All right. What's your question? Tires or tears? Oh. Gotcha. Rear axles. Rear axles. Like a Ford 9. Yes. The Ford 9-inch rear axle actually is a power yeah. Yeah. The reason why the Ford 9-inch rear axle is so popular is because the pinion is supported. Everything else, the pinion and the ring gear sit together, and then the pinion is only supported up on the front side, and then as it drives the ring gear, it's able to move. The Ford 9-inch, when they decided to build the axle, they were actually not looking for a strong axle. They were looking for an axle that had a low drive shaft in it so they could have a less of a transmission hump or a drive shaft hump in the interior of the car. So they took the pinion and they moved it way down. Now that's actually in an inefficient spot. It actually takes a little bit more power to turn a Ford 9-inch, but the tip of the pinion sits into the case of the axle. So now that pinion is supported in its normal spot and at the tip. And that's what makes the Ford 9 a very tough to beat axle, is for that reason. Dana 60 is also a tough axle. It's a truck axle is what it is. And then they turned them into semi floaters for car use. But yeah, Dana 60 is a good one too. And then you're probably hearing about guys using the Ford 8.8 rear end. And I think that comes out of like Explorers and Rangers and the like. Yeah. Sure grip 8 3/4. Yes. Yeah. The sure grip, the Mopar 8 3/4 nice because and another plus side for both the 8 3/4 and the Ford 9 is you can do a gear change in those really quickly. Like both of them, you just jack up the car, pull the tires, pull the brakes, brake drums off, and then unfasten the axles. And you slide the axles out of the center section, and then the whole pumpkin comes right out. The whole front section, the whole center section, gears and all, come right out. So a guy, he used to go to Martin Dragway, and he had his road gears like 273s or whatever that he'd drive on the street or whatever gear he had, and he had like a 446 gear that he would swap out. And if we stood on it and worked hard, we could do it in a little over an hour. Get it, jack it up, pull the axles, swap it out, juice it up, put her back together, set the lash, and go. And what a difference that would make in just a set of gears. Yes. Yeah, Evo. For sure. You'll have two guys there. You'll have the president of the AHRA, Dallas Brown, who's a real smart cookie. And then you get the other guy, Shane Polito, otherwise known as Professor P. And I think he's forgotten more tech stuff than we'll ever know. So two really great guys. There's more tooth contact. Okay, so that's another plus on the in the Ford 9 department. Thank you, Ray. And welcome, Ray. First time I've seen you tonight. Well, don't do that, Danster. '67 Impala is a great looking car, Evo. That long fastback roof line is so sharp. He's forgotten more of us. No, who's forgotten more than all of us combined is the legend David Vizard. I'm in awe of that man. He is amazing. Supernatural car. Do a kickflip? I'm getting on it, Frank. Oh, supernatural. Gotcha. It's really funny. A friend of mine, growing up, his dad got his hands on a '67, and it was like a robin's egg blue, and it had a 283 in it, and it had a power glide, and they really worked hard to get that car into shape, and she ran sweet, she drove good, and it was so funny when we'd ride in that car because it takes a minute to get used to a 2-speed power glide shift. And it always sounds like, and when you're in first gear to make the 1-2 shift, why does it always sound like that you're strangulating the thing and you're not even really doing anything? And then floor it, then listen to it. And it's like, good God. And then there's such a step between first and second. That's weird too. But it worked. David Vizard is the man. Yeah, he's one of those guys where he speaks and I go, yep, TV show. It Yeah, they definitely a nice car. I like the boxier Chevelle, like a '66 Chevelle. Cousin Mike, I hope you have a good day. And I'm thinking of you and I'm thinking of your cousin. Take care, man. Yeah, nothing but good vibes here, brah. Thanks, Evo. I appreciate that. Nice. So, Evo, we all run around in this thing called No Name Nationals, and it's a drag race that we have down in Sikeston, Missouri, in the end of summer in September, and it's basically it's been described as a family reunion that a drag race breaks out in. I mean, you're there. Everyone's a YouTuber. Cameras are everywhere. Stickers are flying everywhere, and it's just a good time. Nobody's there to make $1 million. It's all about the community, and it's good. Yes. Yeah. No Name Nationals car community rocks. I had Ray, as a matter of fact, helped us figure. We talked through it and we figured it out. I had a clog. I changed out the brake hose on my truck, and then when we took the hold down screw for the rear brake line is also the vent. When we pulled that out and put it back in, we must have got some schmoo down in there that wasn't letting it vent. And then I drove the thing all the way from Michigan down to Sikeston, Missouri, and I got diff lube all over the place. And so Ray suggested that I probe it. So he says, make sure the vent tube's clear and then probe it. And handed me, I think it was his test light to probe it, and probed just fine. And then checked to make sure the tube was clear. And then Casey from Jack Stands and Cinder Blocks gives me a fresh quart of diff lube. I mean, isn't that great? One guy gives me the tools to fix it. Another guy gives me the lube. And hell yeah, as a matter of fact, I still got some of that quart in the back of my truck. And I topped it up at No Name Nationals, and I haven't had to top it up since. Oh, we checked it all the way on all our stops. I think we might have topped it up once on the way home. But yeah, I haven't touched it since then, since coming home from No Name. But yeah, check out No Name Nationals. It's good. A lot of great people, a lot of fast cars, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Like airplane runways. I'd love to get out on an airplane runway just to take something and open her up. And can I do 200 miles an hour or faster? Standing mile. What can you do? How fast can you go in a mile? I always had a dream of building a car and taking it to Bonneville and do 200 miles an hour. But that's another one of those things that's humbling when you're like, yeah, I want to do 200 miles an hour. Okay. Okay, look at the rules. And then, yeah, the faster you go, the more safety stuff you have to have. And I'm like, I got to build a car that's going to be for Bonneville and take it out to what, Bonneville once, twice, 3 times. Yeah, it'd be different if I lived like in Utah. $189 in the CVR. Wow. There's a guy you should check out. His name is everyone. His name is drawing a blank. He's friends with Henry Cole. It's Alan Milliard. Alan Milliard. This guy is this little blue-eyed, soft-spoken Englishman that has this little itty-bitty shed that is probably a third of my garage, and he cranks out motorcycles that are fire-breathing monsters. He took 2 Kawasaki 1300 inline 6 motorcycle engines and made a V12 out of it. It is like a 2.4 liter when he was done V12 motorcycle. He turns 3-cylinder motorcycles into 4-cylinder motorcycles, into 5-cylinder motorcycles, into 6-cylinder motorcycles. He makes 4 cylinders into 6 cylinders. He took 2 gigantic aircraft rotary engine cylinders and he made a V-twin out of it. Hayabusa, I don't think he's done anything with the Hayabusa engine yet. He did take a Viper V10 and built a motorcycle around it. And then him and Henry Cole went out to a runway, and then they went for, I think they achieved the world's fastest 2-up motorcycle ride, and I forget what they did on that Viper motorcycle, but yeah, they went for, I think, over 190 miles an hour. I want to say 2-up, but don't quote me on what the actual speed was. But they went for the 2-up, fastest 2-up ride. I'll tell you what, you got to be awful certain of your pilot if you're the passenger on that ride. But Henry Cole is no slouch when it comes to riding motorcycle. Gotta freshen my drink. Be right back. All right. No, I have never attended a 1320 event. And I live really close to a drag strip. I live close enough. It's like a 10-minute drive from my house. But in April, coming real soon, when they open up the track and there's still no leaves on the trees, I can hear them launch the cars. It's faint. I can stand in my driveway and hear them launch cars. It's not like I know what's happening, but you can hear them every so often when the wind's right. Colleen, that's cool. Blair, good night. Thanks for coming. Texas, you been to Mexico? That would be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah. 131's the track I live by, Frank. Come on down. Make a day of it. That's all the racing that I've ever done is street racing. I've never actually been on the drag strip. So when I start doing test runs with Shop Truck, it will actually be legit the first time I've actually raced on a drag strip. Oh, Mexico. My friend Jeffro calls it Cuba. Yes, Mexico. All races happen in Mexico. That Mexico. Yes. Yes. Whoever knew that you could be on the north side of the United States and still be able to go to Mexico easily? Yeah, I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. Yeah, I've been pit crew. I've spent days of my life at the drag strip. I love the racetrack. I love racetracks. Which this summer I want to go like do lives at racetracks. No. I've been to only like 3. I've been to Central Dragway, which is now Mid Michigan Motorplex up in Stanton. And then I've been to 131 Dragway. And then I've been to, was it Jeffers Family Motorsports Park in Sikeston, Missouri. Kind of made me laugh when I get there and take a look out, and then 131 is right next to the expressway, and Jeffers Family Motorsports Park is close to the expressway. I'm like, it's kind of like being at home. Except 131 is got a lot of money pumped into it. It's got a nice tower and stuff, but I remember when it looked something like Jeffers, a way more down home feel. Ooh, abandoned 1 mile stretch of highway. I understand. Wee Man, he looks like a barrel of fun. And I forget which of the Jackass movies it was, but when Wee Man did the dwarf or midget bar fight, where oh god, that whole scene is just so damn funny. From the dwarf cops to the dwarf ambulance EMTs, man, that was funny. Oh yeah, barrel of fun. Good. I'm glad, because that's exactly what I imagine him to be. Is just a barrel of fun. He's got that grin on him that says it all. Like I'm just a mischievous little devil. That's what that grin says. Brad Williams, he's a dwarf comedian, and he makes tells a whole story about him getting mistaken as Wee Man at a golf outing. He looks 7 feet tall. I'll tell you who's one tall guy from the No Name Nationals is Just Mopar Joe. That guy is like part giraffe. He's tall, and what a nice guy. Nice. Yeah, Muskegon is a big area, a big place. A lot of old money there. That's right. Have no fear, because Mater is here. Evo, unfortunately, I can't, because if I go any further into this shop, we're gonna not have a live stream. So the best I can do for you is kind of stand here and turn the camera a little bit, but my garage is kind of messy. But so I can. There's got some signs, and then the yellow stuff in the back, that's Hastings piston ring stuff, and I collect the piston ring stuff because that's my channel icon. That's the Hastings tough guy. I've got a Sun 1120 engine analyzer that I can do like air fuel ratio tests with it, and then I can do vacuum gauge and point dwell, and it has an oscilloscope, which I need to get the oscilloscope working. It turns on, but it's so faint you can hardly see it. Take care, Frank. That I think that was a power stroke going by, unfortunately. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not that far off at the street. No, Ray, I didn't get the four-cylinder going. I'm still trying to get the head off of that thing. I have one head stud giving me issues, but I'll get it. But it's a Continental Red Seal engine, and that's on the other side of the shop next to my big block, which I should be able to.
Don't be pointing that at me.
Facing it the other way, hon. That's my grill. I can't. Well, as much as I like to show you around, yeah, I don't dare go any further into the shop. Otherwise, I'll be restarting this. Yeah, that engine was a gift. The Continental Red Seal was a gift from my friend Crazy Charlie. He's like, hey, you still want that? You still want that engine? I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. He goes, good. Come get it. Pay me never for it. I'm like, what? He goes, just take it. I want you to have it. Okay. The Doug Star. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I should get a repeater satellite because, and yeah, if I didn't have block walls, and then over here, you can see the blue and silver thing right there that I'm pointing to. That is a King brand alternator, generator, and regulator tester. And then that there is a Sun Model 500 distributor machine. Yes, it works. So maybe one day when it gets warmer, maybe on a hot summer night, I'll pull out my 30 by 30 Jeffro. It's not that big of a shop. So yeah, I will definitely pull out my distributor machine and we'll spin up a distributor. Wouldn't that be fun? Works well. A repeater. Okay. I'm definitely going to check that out because it'd be just tits if I could roam through the whole shop. It was a Cummins. Hey, love me a Cummins. Love the big C, but I like two-stroke Detroits too because they sound awesome when you strangulate them. Awesome. But my old man was a Cummins guy, for sure. Sun. My tune-up console is a Sun. Sun 1120. And then speaking of tune-up console, you know what? I gotta find that. Where did I put it? Oh, it's Oh, there it is. Speaking of sun stuff, be right back. I got this just today from a coworker, and just a box, metal box, nothing real, no markings, nothing on it says what it is, and it's got a hook. It swings out. It is a Sun 12-volt, 6-volt, 12-volt, 24-volt power timing light. I got this just today from a coworker. He didn't even tell me about this. He goes, I just threw it in my truck. And I just threw this in my truck. I thought maybe you'd like it. And yeah, sun equipment. Yeah, I'll buy that. Yeah, I'll buy that. So yeah, you can hang it by its hook. And that's how you use it. And this is more like a flashlight than it is an actual like timing gun. And the lead that goes on to your number one spark plug wire is not an inductor. It's an actual alligator clamp. So it's old. I'm figuring this is 40s. So everything seems to be in pretty good shape, and all here it has 2 owner's manuals to it. So heck yeah. Isn't it nice when your coworkers think of you? And it's pretty skookum, people. That thing's got some weight to it. And then he also sold me a electric water pump for small block Mopar. It's pretty blue. See what's happening here in the chat. Wi-Fi extenders at Walmart. All right. It's a Sun lunchbox. I'll tell you what, Ray, you want to see a lunchbox? I got a lunchbox. I think it's Stanley because it's Stanley green, but it is not branded. It's newer than me. It's newer than me too, Danster. Yeah, I've got a really cool lunchbox that I want to... Oh, that's down. Okay, I can't get it. But I've got this old lunchbox, and it has a push button on spring steel to undo the latch, and it's got its thermos bail in the top of it. And I want to do it in either like Petty Blue or Pontiac Engine Blue, and then do the interior in white. And then I want it custom pinstriped. Like take it to a striper and say, I want the stripes in white. I want my name on it. And then I don't care what you do, make it look cool. And whatever he hands me back is going to be my lunchbox forever. I'll take it to work every day. I just want Dougster on it in some way on my lunchbox. So that's my measly little plan. It's a cool lunchbox. Oh, wait a minute. It's here in the next room. I'll grab it. Now it's in like Stanley green, as you can see, but all it says on it for stampings is a patent number. And there's the button I was talking about. And it's got wire handles, and then it has a wire bail inside for the thermos. So yeah, that's what I want to paint blue with a white, and then have it striped. And then I'll take that every day to work as my lunchbox. Pretty cool, huh? It's not that big. And it doesn't weigh anything. It's surprisingly light. So yeah, that's the lunchbox that I'm going to have custom painted. Yeah, I got an antique picking friend of mine. He's like, here, you need that. Okay. Peanuts lunchbox. My lunchbox was plastic. It was yellow. It was the Muppets. And my thermos was yellow and it had Kermit the Frog on it. My chug of beer, shotgun it. All right. Molson Canadian. This one's for you, Evo. Yeah, I think they do, Ray. You think that's impressive? Give me bottled beer. I can drink them faster. I can put a bottle down quicker than a can. No. Once you open the can, the beer's no longer pressurized. Oh, Ale 81. Yeah. If you like Ale 81, Dan, try to find Werner's. That's a Detroit original, and it's the best ginger ale. It's the best ginger ale. Canada Dry is pretty good, but Werner's is way better. And mix Werner's with whiskey. Good stuff. Yeah, Werner's is good. That's a Michigan original. The old Werner's bottling plant had this humongous neon sign. Man, I never could drink gin straight, Dan. I'll have a gin and tonic on a nice hot summer's day, get some Royal Pine Freshener tree taste going on. But boy, don't those go down on a nice hot summer's day. But never got into drinking gin straight. And I do enjoy straight liquor. Like 3 Fingers of whiskey, good whiskey. I'm all about it. All about it. The old joke was, yeah, I get myself a 3-finger cocktail and I make sure that Charlie pours it for me because he's got really thick fingers. Wow, old Fresca bottle. Fresca's pretty good. No liquor here unless it's an Italian root beer. Okay. Fresca is diet soda. Yeah. Fresca's one of those diet sodas that doesn't have a diet soda taste to it. Like Diet Dr. Pepper. I can't tell the difference between the two. And regular Dr. Pepper. And yeah, even though Fresca is Coca-Cola, so that's why I don't drink it. Pepsi. I used to Evo, I used to agree with you on that. But you got to have a gin and tonic at the right time. And the right time is a hot summer's day where you're just sweating like no one's business, and then fresh limes and make it a big elaborate cocktail. Man, those are good on the right day. Yeah, Diet Dr. Pepper is pretty good. See, I'll drink Diet. I'll drink Dr. Pepper because it's not Coke. Gin and club soda. Okay. Oh, I got you. It's the I see. You'll do the club. So I've seen that before. Club soda. Well, careful, Danster. But I mean, boy, a martini is booze with some booze with a dash of booze and a twist of booze and an olive. Or have your martinis dirty where they put a little pickle juice in it or olive juice. Drink diet tea. As a matter of fact, my go-to beverage besides Pepsi is green tea. I keep a pitcher of it cold in the fridge at all times. And it's dirt cheap to do it. I think I give like 46 bags, tea bags to a box of cheap tea. And that's gallons of tea, like 9 gallons of tea for like $4. It's amazingly cheap, and the green tea is really good for you, like the antioxidants and stuff. Yeah, green tea is really good for you. Jumbo stuffed cocktail olives. Yes. See, whenever I get a feeling, a hankering for the cocktail olives and stuff like that, I just go for the Bloody Mary. That way you get a salad in a glass. I used to drink a lot of vodka when I was younger, so the vodka buzz isn't so much for me anymore. One or two, yeah, but drink vodka all day? No. Man. It is really nice to be almost 2 hours in and I've got all sorts of folks here. Gotcha. It gets expensive to drink all day. My friend used to say, "Hey, if you're gonna drink all day, you got to get up early to do it." That guy was a warrior. He was the guy that knew everyone. And he spent his day, he was retired, he'd spend his day going to bars. He would get up in the morning, eat his breakfast, and then head out, and he'd go drink a beer here at the Legion Hall, and then he'd take a ride over to the Last Chance bar, and then from the Last Chance he'll swing over and talk to everyone over at Smitty's bar, and then he'll and I rode with him one day, and that's all we did was hit bars, drink beer, go to somebody else's. Can't stand a Bloody Mary any time of the month. Blue cheese olives. Yes, those are good. Yeah, blue cheese olives. Yes, those are excellent. Yes. Or the big jumbo garlic stuffed olives are good too. Hey, the right Bloody Mary is good. That's one of the secret ingredients to Dougster's chili is hot and spicy Bloody Mary mix as my juice. Oh no, the right artichoke hearts would be awesome. I used to write out of what did I eat today? I ate um I got some homemade brats from the local grocery store. And they do them in different styles. I got one, they are cheddar jalapeno, and the other ones were deluxe, which is everything: peppers, onions, cheese. The works are all stuffed in them. And yeah, those are pretty good. Yep, and a drink. Good night, Mater. Years ago, I used to work at a pizza shop, and the owner's father was straight off the boat from Sicily, and he was talking about pizza like it is in Italy. And he says pizza that we have today is nothing like what pizza is in Italy. He says pizza is a snack that your mom would make for you real fast to tide you over because she's making a real dinner for the family, mastacholi, or spaghetti, lasagna, something really good. So all pizza is supposed to be is sauce, cheese, artichoke hearts, and small sausages cut into rings. And it was just something that your mom, she'd have dough and everything. She'd just quick make you a little pizza, and then you'd be good until it's time for real dinner. And he made traditional pizza like his mom would make him as a snack. And man, that stuff is good. Just artichoke heart, sausage, cheese, and sauce. Simple. Yeah, Danster. Now that sounds good. Scraps thrown on dough to shut the kids up. Yup. That's about what it is. Mom, I'm hungry. Well, we're going to be eating it. Well, here. A close friend of mine's grandfather was he was part of the German army in the 1940s, and he was a tank commander, and his tank got captured, and then he was a POW in an Italian village for the remainder of World War II. And he was told that he lived with a family and he was a working member. He was told that he contributes to the household. He is a guest there. He lives there, but you will help. They'll have chores for you and stuff. And then he was welcome to roam the whole town that he lived in, but he wasn't allowed to leave the city limits. But that was terms of his POW was he couldn't leave the city. But he got to roam around and do whatever he wanted. And he would talk about real Italian food, like made by Mama, whoever her name was, of the family he lived with in the 40s. And I can only imagine. I got to see a little bit of that from Joe, the guy that I worked for. It was my birthday, and he comes up to me. He goes, "Your birthday is Friday, isn't it?" And I said, "Yeah." "How old are you going to be?" And I was a teenager. I think I was going to be 19 or 20. And he says, "I'm going to make you dinner on your birthday. You're working, right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm working." He goes, "I'll bring you dinner on your birthday." And he brought me dinner. And ladies and gentlemen, it was a feast. It was good. And I thought that his wife had made me dinner, and he just brought it to me. So when I seen his wife, I thanked her for dinner. And she looked at me weird. She goes, "Made you dinner?" "Yeah." She goes, "Joe brought you dinner?" "Yes." She goes, "Did you have this, this, and this?" "Yes." "That's the birthday dinner. It was your birthday." And I said, "Yeah, it was my birthday." "Yep, that's a birthday dinner." "Nope, Joe made that for you from scratch." It was awesome, guys. Awesome. Yep. That is the birthday dinner, I guess. And it was fantastic. As a matter of fact, my boss came in and I'm finishing that up, and he knew when he seen it. He's like, "My dad made you dinner, didn't he?" "Yeah." "Yeah, man. We get we've got this guy who comes in for like work parties when they'll like cater out when we do make a goal or whatever. They'll get a well, Evo, for the time being, I'm probably going to be going live quite often on Mondays. I'm going to be taking the 8 o'clock Michigan time, 8 o'clock Monday night slot for my friend 6%. Well, he's taking care of some loose ends. And so I may be doing this for a little while. And then I've got some other friends of mine who are probably going to like join me or do a live themselves along the way. So I'm not just hogging it all, but yeah, probably for the near future, I'm probably going to be doing one probably once a week. Yeah, like I told 6%, that's his ship. I'm just merely the temporary captain. Yeah, the we get whenever we have food catered in, we used to have see the signal gods were upset for just a minute. Um, we used to have this rib place come in and do barbecue for us for company parties, but now we have this one guy who does Mexican food, like traditional tacos and stuff. You can get beef or chicken, and man, he makes up his own salsa right there, and that stuff is tremendous. And even the mild stuff is pretty peppy, pretty zesty. And only a couple guys. Yeah, yeah, Mama M3 is right. There's a lot of us going live all through the week. So yeah, there's always a place to bench race with your homies. with the No Name Nationals crew. All about the bench racing. Almost as good as real racing. Some pranks to spice things up. What, like take the elevator down? Remember when you stand behind the couch and walk downstairs and do the thing? Yeah. Be right back. I'm going to take care of my empty. Oh, man. That was gold, Damien. Mopar's Mustangs and minivans. That was gold. Gold. I'm not even, dadgummit, I'm not even part of no HOA. Oh, the one where I was going to, where I had to bend over and spell run. Yeah, I knew better. I got the joke. Well, geez, you wanted me to do all sorts of stuff. I had to dance. Oh no, it was Neverboard S10 that wanted me to do a kickflip. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tom, hey, welcome my friend. How are you? Or like the old joke where you can ask someone if they want to be part of the Pen 15 club, and if you are initiated to Pen 15, you have to write on your forehead Pen 15, and then that way everyone knows that you're part of the Pen 15 club. And the coworker tried asking me if I wanted to be part of the Pen 15 club, and I asked her if she wanted to be initiated in the ID 10T club, and she got to do the same thing, and she kind of sits back quiet. Pen 15 and ID 10T. Now I wish I had the duck. Oh, backs out of whack. Yeah, I've suffered from back problems for years. It's a genetic thing. My grandmother has it. My mom has it. All my aunts and uncles have it on mom's side of the family. So, yay, genetics. But I've got a good chiropractor, and she keeps me in adjustment, and life's a lot better. Trust your chiropractor. Find a good chiropractor. Very important. Not one that's just interested in your money. Yeah. Well, I kept tearing my rotator cuffs on both of my shoulders, and it just moved just right, and thing would ache and it'd take forever for it to heal. And then once it would heal up, and you'd move again and tear it again, and it was just a never-ending cycle of pain in my shoulders. Well, it was because I wasn't standing up straight, and I'm trying to move hunched over, and that's why I kept hurting my shoulders. If I stand up straight, my movement's way better. About the ultrasound. Okay. They always crack you up. Believe it or not, she doesn't. My chiropractor doesn't always crack me up, but yeah, I know exactly what you mean, and that's pretty funny. Well, hunched up is different. It's when your posture sucks, and then you're trying to work overhead or flex or do something. I find, especially if my shoulder begins to bother me, that gives me, oh wait, and I straighten myself out and then try again. It doesn't bother me. So, yeah, posture is huge. Sorry I keep standing in front of the camera like I do. The chair that I sit on isn't all that comfortable. One of my favorite things I ever seen was, it was an advertisement for a chiropractic office, and it was two stick people, and one is just a head, arms, and legs, and the other stick person has what it would be the spine in his hand, and the caption says, "I got your back." Why isn't there a pregnant Barbie doll? There was one. I think there was one. I think there was a Barbie that could have a baby. I think. No. Okay. Why is there not a pregnant Barbie? He did. He really did. Oh, evil. That's good. He did. Murphy Brown Barbie. That's not a very well sell. Murphy Brown was an interesting TV show. Murphy Brown had a song, whatever Motown song was playing in the beginning of Murphy Brown, tied into the episode that you're about to watch. Yeah, Murphy Brown was an interesting TV show. My mom used to watch Murphy Brown. That's the only reason why I remember that. And my mom would watch Murphy Brown every night. Because he knew the snowblower was near. Is that it, Evo? Connor, what's going on? How the hell are you? He saw the snowblower coming. All right. I got to well, Connor, I've been thinking about mailing you some, but I've seen what's happened to Pop in other care packages. I want to say that what's the Honest Peyton's Speed Shop mailed Junkyard Necromancer Big Red Soda, And I want to say out of 8 cans, like 4 cans made it. So I'm not really all that crazy about sending you a care package and having like the cans explode and having a sticky mess on your end. So, oh yeah, you'll get some at No Name for sure. And you'll be like, I've waited a whole year for this. Where's Duckster? Where's the red pop? Whoa, Connor. Here. It's okay, Connor. It's okay. I got it. What does a robot do after a one-night stand? Man, you're good with these, Evo. I've heard that one before. It's still funny. Actually, he's saying, reassemble, Stephanie. Reassemble. Reassemble. Johnny Five is alive. Nuts and bolts. Okay, so there's these 2 whales in the bottom of the ocean, a male and a female. The male turns to the female and says, see that ship up there? It's a whaling ship. They hunted and killed my entire family. I want to seek revenge on them. So here's what I propose we do. We're going to go up underneath the ship and we're going to blow as much air as we can out of our portholes. And hopefully we can disturb the water and sink the ship. And the female says, let's do it. So off they go. Up underneath the ship they go. They blow as much air out of their portholes as they can. The ship starts to do this, and it starts to go down. 6%. Good to see you. Hope things are well on your end. So the ship starts to go down. The whales go down to the bottom of the ocean, and they watch. And there goes the ship down. And now up on the water surface are all the sailors swimming. And the male says, now we're going to go up there and we're going to eat them to really drive the point home. And the female whale says, whoa. At first, I was fine with the blowjob, but now you want me to eat semen, and that ain't happening. Oh, she was. Take care, Scott. Good to see you. See, I'm taking good care of the ship. Boo! There's a hard and dry comes out soft and sticky. I don't know what. Connor. Well, filter element. Isn't it funny? Bubblegum. Yes. Isn't it funny how what's old is new? Like in the early days of automotive, we had canister filters. Then we evolved into self-contained oil filters that spin on. But now there's auto manufacturers that are going back to canister filters again. So why? It's just One of those things like what's old is new. Nothing's new, it's just they're just using it for a different application. Oh, boobies. Well, that's also why the adolescent girl ghosts stuff their bras with toilet paper is so they can have boobies. Hmm. Oh, talking to a buddy about that. Heavy Duty Detroit did. Oh, Detroit have those stupid plastic filter housing. Yeah, yeah. And why can't you make it just skookum? Why does it got to be plastic? Right. Drop it just wrong, or it gets a little too hot, or it warps and it doesn't seal. And yeah, why? Why? I'm glad I got out of the heavy duty game. Yes. Yes, Connor. Yes. It pays good, but man, long hours and no thanks, and you didn't get it done fast enough, or Jesus Christ, why does it cost so much? And well, if you took care of your equipment and we didn't do oil changes once a year, we probably would do better. Oh, you can't spend any money. Yeah, I worked for an asphalt company. I don't miss that. Don't miss it. Was some fun stuff though. Whenever we would get multiple 17 an hour babysitting many high schoolers to make commission. Eee. Yeah. 17 an hour and you're supervising? Wow. Yeah, that's no thanks. We would save our tires up. If there was multiple tires to be done, what we would do is we would race. If we had to change a tire, we would have multiple to do. We'd race each other. Whoever could get the tire done, take the tire off the truck, swap the tire over, and air it up and put it back on the truck. First one done wins, and the loser buys lunch. I had a week, Monday through Friday. I had free lunch for a week. I also busted my ass, but I had free lunch for a week. Never able to do it again, but for 1 week, I was king. Oh, you're good. A towel. Oh, it must be the what gets wetter as it dries question. I didn't even hear. Oh, pulling 18 speed without a jack. Yeah, he did. He did almost kill himself. A close friend of the family. He worked for Detroit Edison. He lived on the west side of the state and worked on the east side of the state. He was their mechanic, and he had. Oh, good catch, Connor. Yeah, he would have. If he lived from it, he would definitely not have been right. Well, my friend Cliff stayed late working on a piece of heavy equipment. I forget what transmission it was, but he had a transmission fall off the jack and pin him. And he was working late on a Friday night, and the transmission fell and pinned him, and he moved just right so he was still pinned underneath it, but nothing bad was happening to him. He was just pinned underneath it. And he laid there for the entire weekend pinned under a truck. And it wasn't until Monday morning when the guys came in to start the next work week that they found him. And he was His back was really messed up from that day forward, but he was fine. But yeah, it was bad. Peter Pan's favorite place to eat out. Tinkerbell. Wendy's. Yes. Yes. And he'd pull her little red pigtails. Evil is full of them. Well, it turns after they went home, the cab jacked up. Ooh. My friend Jason, he bought an 83 Kenworth K100 Aerodyne cab over, and he completely went through the truck. And it was the shift tower had because he was making a living while restoring this truck. And he had a only guy on nights that. You were asleep. Yeah, BJ in the bear truck. And the shift tower had went out, and he found a good shift tower for it. It had just slap wore out. The plastics were old and dry and everything. He went to a truck show, and actually it died at the truck show. He had the tower with him, so him and all his buddies, kind of no-name nationals style, they all got around him and they swapped that shift tower for him. And Jason was so happy that those guys helped him and that he had the shift tower already. So imagine his disappointment when he took it to a shop and some rookie didn't have the shifter oriented right, and they dropped the cab on the shifter and bent it. Oh my God, that guy was pissed. And I would be too. And he's like, it's not like I can just go find another shifter. I had to basically beg, borrow, and steal for this shifter. We ended up bending the shifter back, and everything seemed to be fine. The actual tower itself did take some damage. It got compressed, but it still went through all its gears properly, so we just chalked it up to, and yeah, all because someone didn't know to make sure that shifter was in the right spot before they put the cab down. My dad had my dad used to install and move trash compactors. That's insane. You always do a last sweep. Yep, probably. Yep. Been a big yank to get home. Probably had to go, jump on his old lady or something. Had a big blazing hurry to get home. That's wrong. Well, that's one of the reasons why you don't work alone. Man, many years ago, I worked at a crap hole steel shop loading trucks, and one of our maintenance guys, yeah, I've heard horror stories about some of those truck centers. My friend Jason, who I was just talking about with the K100 cab over, he works out of a Love's truck stop. That he was literally the first person hired. It was a brand new facility. And when he applied there for the mechanics position, there was the first person hired. There was no managers, there was no nothing there. And he was the first person hired. And he's just a wrench. He does pretty good for himself too. You don't work alone. I agree. And that was, you know what, Connor? That was wrong. Because, yeah, there's a lot of places that I've worked at where they have a rule, no one works alone. If you come in, so if you come in, we're supposed to work Saturday, and you show up and I don't, you don't work. No matter how bad we need it. If I didn't show up, then you don't work either. It might be a way how you get out of overtime. Oh, I overslept. Oh, I'm having vehicle trouble. Oh, I'm going to have another cold beer. Oh, wait. Yeah. Or what would really suck even more is like where I worked at, where you would get help, but it's not experienced help. It's someone who has no idea what side of a screwdriver goes down. They don't even know what a screwdriver is, yet they're hired to be a mechanic's assistant. Yes, hand me a half inch. Half inch what? Half inch end wrench. What does that look like? Wow, okay. Jack. Yes. Yeah, for sure, Connor. Ray was showing a truck stop that used to be off of a main highway, and the highway moved, and now it's just a deserted truck stop. I wonder if you know where that is, Connor. Ooh, yeah. I had wooden blocks that I used, big hardwood blocks that I used when I was. I like to ice fish, Evo. I don't summer fish hardly much anymore. I enjoy ice fishing, and we were really whacking the perch this past winter. The lake by me had 10 inches of nice fishable ice. Yeah, metric adjustable wrench, left-handed hammer, the board stretcher, metric hammer, muffler bearing grease, send the new guy to the basement when there's no basement in the entire building. Send him to the basement to get something, which is even better because when everyone knows who the new guy is and you're like, go talk to Charlie and ask him to tell you where the basement is. And then Charlie will send him to go talk to someone else and so on and so forth. And they end up running them all over the whole shop. Keeping it real. Keeping it real. Oh, Evo. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now, the funniest thing of all is I had some guy talk about a board stretcher, and which is another one of those fictitious tools. But there is a device used to check the strength of 2x4s, pull strength. So it sits in a vise and then it pulls it to see what its burst strength is. Because if you look at a truss of a house and you have your snow load on top, all that load is distributed through all the zigzags and across the bottom. So that's what that machine was for, is they were testing 2x4s for burst strength. And I tried to describe that to them, and they think I'm trying to fill them full of shit. So they're like, oh, no, there's no such thing. We made that up. And I'm like, no, I'm telling you, there is a machine out there that, nope, they wouldn't hear it. Have all sorts of horse stories are working. High schoolers just driving trucks with no CDL, transmissions assembled wrong, knowingly, and sent out the door. Ooh. Yeah. 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 It's hard on your body. It's so hard on your body because it's not, I mean, you change shocks out on your hot rod truck. I mean, shocks aren't nothing. They're that big around and they're that long. You change out shocks on a big rig, they're that big around and they're that long. Everything skookum. Even the tools are heavy. uh, Ooh, you got all those pretty lights inside the computer case, Danster. Mesmerized by the pretty lights. It's so pretty. Thanks, Evo. Wild and free. I like that. That's how I feel when I ride my motorcycles. Well, it is. I actually intended to hang out for 2 hours, and holy wah, we're up to almost 2.5 hours. I think this is where I step off. So, everyone in the chat, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It's been fun. Evo, I hope you show up again. You're a real treat. Come again. Everyone else, too, come again. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. Bye. Dougster's out.